best friend.
Somehow,
let's not cry here.
Somehow, Amanda stayed in the entire way. So, well done there. You guys were in the back room when I told you this, but Morgan, you were tied with Kevin in round 3 to get out.
God, my quick fingers.
Yeah, you beat him by 5 seconds, or else you would have been out. And Carly and Amanda tied during theirs as well. So let's get reactions, guys. To what Eric did during this episode. Eric, actually, give us a little bit on what it was like to be the Saboteur throughout this.
Well, it was actually kind of difficult because I would meet with you ahead of time and you would tell me what the challenges were. And that's basically all I knew. I'd have to figure out how to screw up everything myself. You didn't tell me any answers to riddles or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of weird. Some of the things were a little easy because, like, pool, and obviously that was easy. And then dodgeball, I'm a good baseball player. I can throw the ball and hit people. Oh, I missed just a little above everyone's head every time. And then some things were like, oh, I didn't do my job, especially during the exemption, where the DVD case where I grabbed the exemption. I did a pretty bad job there by making it a little too obvious. But then I tried to play that off by saying, why would the Saboteur want the exemption? The exemption's not going to get them anywhere because they're moving on anyway. That didn't really work too well, but then I was able to get people off my trail when I was during the running challenge.
That was the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was sacrificed
the running challenge.
Points.
The one-on-ones from the running challenge was really where the tide turned on that.
Yeah.
Also, one other thing you did, which Carly mentions in her one-on-ones, which got her out, was you kept a very good journal. And while you were taking your quiz, the rest of the contestants read your journal.
Yeah, I was told that. And I would act like I really mad, like, why are you reading my journal? I got secrets in there. But then I was like, in reality, I was like glad they did because I did write down a lot of specific details about the episodes that may be on the quizzes.
And Carla, that made you think, why would the Saboteur need to write that stuff down in his journal, right?
That combined with how well you did in the running thing really swayed me.
Now, Carly, one thing, Mike had gotten out just before and told you that he went for Amanda. You then proceeded the next episode to also...
There wasn't a lot of downtime for me to really think about what had happened. It was kind of like Mike got eliminated and then we move on to the next one immediately. So I didn't really, it was my own stupidity. I didn't sit down and think about it.
Mm-hmm. Also, I really wasn't sure of any of my quiz answers. I just kind of put Amanda's name at the end. So like, I don't know if I answered all of that.
They were tough questions. Okay, well, let's talk about some of the clues you missed with Eric. Anything stand out to you guys that he did that maybe you didn't think about before, or something he did that you should have noticed that you didn't? Anything like that?
I'm just shocked that literally everyone knew.
Yeah,
we still all got out.
Yeah, you all got out, and yet at the end, right here, you all were so sure it was Eric. How did that happen? Did you just have time to think back and kind of realize some of the things that occurred? Is that what it was?
Well, when I went from answering every question for Eric and staying in, and then I switched to Amanda and got out, it kind of showed me that it had to be Eric.
Right. I think that happened a few times. Mike, you were gunning for Eric the entire time until that episode where Eric convinced you it wasn't him and you got out. So yeah, I think that's a good tell on there. Let's talk to our winner, Morgan. Again, you on the last episode that just aired before this could not have done a better job as a Saboteur in that episode. I don't think, Eric, did you have to do anything during that episode to really mess that up?
Well, during the Snowman Challenge, it was Amanda was doing other stuff during the challenge, and my job was basically to stop Bennett from climbing up and getting the snow.
Right.
But there wasn't really much, in defense of Morgan trying to sabotage, it wasn't really much we could do to build a snowman because it wasn't really good packing snow. Mm-hmm. So we kind of did do the best we could, but kind of
Morgan's horrible.
Morgan's shaking her head.
Okay, it was past my bedtime, number one.
Boots are wet.
Bennett had been pushing me in the snow for a good 15 minutes before we...
It was 7 p.m.
Yeah, I believe that challenge was filmed at it was even like 6,
okay,
I think.
My turn.
That was like a Friday night, too.
Anywho,
I was already over the whole snowman, and I don't like the snow. And Amanda was gone, so I was like, why try? I know it's Eric. We're not gonna win. This snowman. It wasn't fun. Did I say that?
You almost got out. Throughout the first 5 episodes, you were down in the bottom. Through all of those, you tied with Kevin in episode 3 for getting out. And then all of a sudden, your quizzes started being 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, that type of stuff. You started gunning for Eric. Why?
Well, the people who got out told me who they were voting for. Like, I knew for sure that Bennett was going for Carly, and then I knew for sure that Amanda was going for Mike.
Even though you told Bennett not to vote for Carly.
I told Bennett not to vote for Carly. I just had this feeling, and he didn't listen.
The throw up feeling.
Yeah, like it's not her. It just isn't, and he was.
You're likening a feeling about me to throwing up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this.
Well, I threw
bad
up a
case
lot.
of the crap.
So what was it? What was it that particular episode though that swapped that?
Gross.
With Eric?
Yeah,
For me to know it's
that you
Eric?
pinpointed Eric.
I don't even remember what episode that was.
It was like 5 or 6, I think. It was 5 actually.
I don't know. And then I think I said something to him, and he wasn't very convincing.
So it was really, I mean, you just had a gut feeling and went for it.
Yeah.
And just
I'm
you
good
stuck
with
with it, and you got lucky.
Yeah, I can read people pretty well. People say I wasn't smart, but look who just won. Thanks, Caroline.
Now, you and Caroline had a.
They didn't see eye to eye.
You and Caroline had
I don't know what I look like.
had a troubled relationship throughout. Talk to us about that.
Well, it wasn't so bad. It's my turn.
I'm sorry. I'm high-fiving.
It's the Morgan Show, everyone.
Yeah.
It wasn't so bad during the filming, but watching it back, actually, her and Carly were pretty harsh on me in particular. And when she said that she had more knowledge than me about the Saboteur.
I never
she's
said
not
that.
No, she said it.
Okay.
She's not even here right now, and I just won.
You winning those Starbucks gift cards.
Losers.
She won't take them. So, I mean,
Nice kiss.
behind her back, we have made fun of her the whole time, so I wish she was here because we would have lots to talk about. Right.
Caroline, you are a very nice girl. It was
you're not.
funny because we watched the confessionals back and your eyes were closed a lot of the time.
The entire time.
And everyone knows how to play dodgeball. We don't suck at it. I won the dodgeball game, actually.
You did hit the last person. Let's talk to our second place person here, Amanda. Amanda, did you ever suspect Eric throughout?
Yes. I suspected him before the running challenge, but I was really torn on that. He kind of fooled me too because he did so well.
Yep, he did do a very
And
good job.
I was still on the fence because Morgan and I were talking about the Saboteur being Eric at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So by that point, I was thinking about him and I was going into it with that, but I still had Morgan in the back of my mind because I knew how sneaky she could be.
How did you feel when you realized that Morgan tried to screw you over with the whole Mike thing?
Not really shocked at all, I guess. I thought it was fine, and we kind of chatted more after that, so it's okay.
We don't take it personally because Amanda likes to lie in Mafia, and I like to lie in the Sabotage.
Gotcha.
So we agreed to go on a a few dates with these.
Okay.
And yeah.
So it'll make it all better. Going on the dates, but make sure to have you back by 6 p.m. because that's okay. The other contestants, do you guys have anything to say to Amanda or Morgan or Eric? Anything about what happened during the show, or about how Eric sabotaged things?
Well played.
Well
Touche,
played.
Eric.
Well played.
Good game.
You got me so good during the drawing challenge. So good.
I would just like to. I really wish that tape hadn't been lost.
Yeah, we had some issues this first season with tapes disappearing. I don't know exactly what happened.
See, that's why I thought Sam was the saboteur, because he keeps losing things.
He got misplaced in police saying.
All right. Well, this just about wraps up our first season of Sabotage. Does anybody have any closing statements they want to make at this point?
I would just like to say that probably the hardest part of my job was getting the other people to convince who to get them to convince. Like early on, everyone thought it was Mike, so I was just like, oh, go along, it's Mike.